Although Darth Vader and his former apprentice Ahsoka Tano have fought once before during the animated series Star Wars Rebels, the results were inconclusive, and fans never got a definitive answer as to who was stronger. Thus, the question still remains of who would win in a fair fight between student and teacher. Well, hopefully this video sheds some light on their sabers and we figure out the answer. Now, when you think about Ahsoka and Vader fighting, I'm sure your mind automatically pictures a hand-to-hand scrap with lots of flips and force pushes and stuff. But it should be noted that both of these characters are accomplished and highly skilled pilots, and a battle between the two could be taken to the skies. Ahsoka, a solid pilot, has successfully pierced through Separatist blockades during the Clone Wars. However, Vader is a renowned Jedi pilot and seemingly has a strong advantage in space. As a child, he destroyed an entire Trade Federation blockade and was considered one of the greatest pilots in the Clone Wars. What everybody can agree on is that Ahsoka Tano and Anakin Skywalker are two of the greatest Jedis of all time. During their first aforementioned battle that went to a stalemate, Ahsoka and Vader threw down with lightsabers, and their skills seemed rather equally matched. Vader's lightsaber skills are surpassed by very few, as he even managed to defeat Obi-Wan in an epic duel. In contrast, Obi-Wan sliced Darth Maul up as an old man, and that accomplishment speaks volumes. Ahsoka Tano has fought Darth Maul to a draw herself, and a battle with Vader could go either way. Both Ahsoka and Vader are masters at close quarters combat, and Ahsoka was even able to damage Vader's mask in such a situation before. That being said, more than space fighting or lightsaber skills play a role in the outcome of this epic fight. Darth Vader's rage is one of his most powerful weapons, fueling his abilities with both the Force and the dark side. Vader is constantly enraged, which comes in handy during battles, even when he's vulnerable. In his fight with Ahsoka, I mentioned before how she damaged his mask, and that only angered Vader, allowing him to take control of the confrontation. The only person to ever have defeated Vader is his son. The reason for this is because Luke was the first person in years to touch Vader's heart, which weakened his connection to the dark side. This love and affection abated Vader's abilities, making it harder for him to muster up his rage. As far as Ahsoka is concerned, however, Anakin died when Vader was born. Therefore, she'd be on the receiving end of all of his hatred. Consider this. After being enraged, Vader not only survives the rest of his battle with Ahsoka without taking another hit, but he also made it out of a massive explosion that Ahsoka seemingly did not. So what's Vader's weakness and where does Ahsoka have the advantage, if any? Well, Ahsoka is a flesh and blood being, whereas Vader is technologically enhanced. So even though one precise blow to Ahsoka could kill her immediately, Vader depends on his life support systems, which are a glaring weakness to say the least. Remember, Vader's armor is not designed for protection, rather to keep him alive. In fact, I've heard it feels like he's wearing nothing at all. All joking aside, Ahsoka's quick thinking and lightning-quick precision could be just enough to destroy Vader's life support system, rendering him unable to fight entirely. So who wins? Naturally, all this paints a very bleak picture for Ahsoka. She probably can't beat Vader in a lightsaber battle, and she definitely won't win in an X-Wing fight either. And because of the fact Darth Vader has no, nerve endings, even if she chopped him up, he would still keep coming like a space zombie. In all probability, if Vader chose to truly unleash on Ahsoka, she would be crushed rather easily. And this holds true with the fight we saw in Star Wars Rebels. If Ezra didn't interfere, Ahsoka would have surely been slain by Vader once the Sith Lord started to snap and took the fight more seriously. The battle would be spectacular, but it's hard to imagine it would go much differently than it did in the series. An evenly matched lightsaber fight that gives way to a complete onslaught once Vader's rage is triggered. And there you have it. Who would win in a fight between Darth Vader and Ahsoka Tano? Do you agree with our take? Tell us in the comment section below, and be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons so you don't miss any combative comic content.